And today we're talking about Van Helsing, Season 5, Episode 9, The Doorway. Ooh! Hey guys, welcome back. Before we jump into it, there's gonna be so many spoilers for this one and anything that came before it. You've been warned. Okay guys, let me give you guys a quick before and after what it looked like before this episode. There was a Vanessa drop. Even Vanessa starved, and this episode was all about Vanessa. This episode was directed by Alexandra Roche, and we had series creator Neil Labute. Labute? He was back this time writing behind this episode. We haven't seen an episode written by Labute in a long time since the season started. Probably a few seasons back, right? So it was nice to have him in the writing seat, and it showed because the episode has so many cool callbacks to characters that we love. We had Sam, we had Muhammad, and this episode was all about Vanessa. It's Vanessa, and I for one was having it. I was here for all of it. We also saw that Vanessa got a brand new look. She was donned in leather, and basically we got a lot of answers to the darkness inside her. Now every series has that one episode every season where they do a whole bunch of recaps. It's like a montage episode. The people look at each other and say, you know what, it'd be cool if we took scenes from all over the series and put them together. In this episode, we got basically that, but it was all encapsulated around Vanessa. This was all about Vanessa and explaining her path. And so I think it was also kind of a recap for people who haven't seen Vanessa in a while, which is kind of like everybody, right? So we got to see all the painful moments that brought Vanessa to this point before. So it was kind of like a recap in that sense, that she's been absent from the series for a while. We also had shots with Dylan. We had shots with Sam. We had some scenes with Muhammad. So a lot of goodies. We also saw that scene where Axel and Vanessa they were at each other's throats. They were really upset at each other. There was a lot of those that happened. And we had a lot of callbacks to Sleeping Beauty. Everybody knows that's one of the favorite hashtags. Hashtag Sleeping Beauty, hashtag Goddamn Apocalypse. And it was all leading to explaining what the darkness in Vanessa was and where she was all this time. She was captive, basically, trying to understand what the darkness inside her meant. So all the darkness that's been inside Vanessa, it was explained in this episode that she had to gain control of it. And by gaining control of it, she also got new superpowers, right? We had a square off between good Vanessa and bad Vanessa. Both of them look lovely, right? Van Helsing fact. And for this Van Helsing fact, I would like to point out the fact that hair and makeup does their damn job on this show. You gotta admit that Vanessa looked quite stunning with her new short hair, right? We seen shots of Vanessa with long hair. We got angry Vanessa look, and we got some angry Vanessa looks in this episode, which was really cool. Angry Vanessa is one of my favorite Vanessas, and you gotta admit that when it comes to Apocalypse hair, Axel's hair, Jonathan Scarfe's hair is probably one of the best in the Apocalypse. Definitely give it out. So we're gonna do hashtag Goddamn Apocalypse mustache. How about that? So yeah, so definitely shout out to hair and makeup on this one, because every episode Axel has a better and better mustache, and I don't know where he finds time to to cut and prune that one, right? Besides talking about the darkness that's inside Vanessa, which comes from having part of the dark one in her, we also found out about a doorway. There was a literal doorway that bad Vanessa was standing in front of good Vanessa, preventing good Vanessa from escaping. And when Vanessa basically mastered her abilities and took control of the darkness within her and accepted it, she's now able to use this doorway like a teleportation portal, basically, so she can go to DC and confront the Dark One. Basically, she has the appearance of Nina. She's gonna fake her way in because the Dark One, remember, called on Nina to come to her, and basically she's not gonna show up because she's dead in the episode. And we can't speak about people we've lost in the episode, but I'll talk about Julius. We had a huge loss with Julius in Graveyard Smash, that episode of Alex Pavnovic. Alex has been with us for so long. His character of Julius is definitely one of our favorites on the show. And I gotta admit, like, the character has such range. The actor, Alex Pavnovic, has such range there. But he became like this sweet teddy bear on the show that was basically everybody's favorite. I think Axel and Julius were like right there, neck and neck. Who's everybody's human favorite? Who vampire turned human. So it was really sad to see him go. Like, when I saw that episode, I was like, oh man, yeah, not this one. But as this is the final season, we're gonna see more and more characters that are dear to us leaving. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Alex Pavnovic in much more roles in other projects in the future. Check him out on Twitter. He seems like a very open, cool dude. So it was really sad to see his character go. So it looks like Vanessa is going to face off with the Dark One. We're getting closer and closer to that face off. And she has a brand new look and a new angry face to show her. So I was definitely excited about this one because we got Vanessa back. Let me know, guys, in the comments what you think is going to happen. Right down there, put it in the comments. What do you think is going to happen when Vanessa meets up with the Dark One? Who do you think is going to get the DC first? Is it going to be Violet or is it going to be Jack? My money's on Jack. I think she's moving quite quickly. We haven't seen her in this episode. As always, guys, this is the Tone Show. Make sure to hit me with a like, hit me with a comment. Tone Show out.